most like kills I've seen in the shortest span of Supervive at this level in like a long time. It was just like a bloodbath.
we couldn't keep up. I felt so bad.
That's crazy.
Like, play by play. Now we're going over here and we play by. It's like, oh my god, everywhere. It's a battlefield out of a Lord of the Rings movie. Like, what part of the screen do you focus on when it's just combat? And I love it.
But there's no extras. That was the problem. I was like, yo, there's 100 of you like you're supposed to be extras, but you're all the main character. Sheesh.
Well, speaking of extras, right out the gate, looks like we have 3 teams dropping Cold Fang, Cheeseburgers, Moonlit, Battlegrounds. I missed who the 3rd team was, but Shrike Jordan immediately dropping Treadsy, and the emotes are coming out. And this is kind of like the reverse storm shift of the first time. Now we have it covering the southernmost area, and there's lots of level 1 fights as Lods is able to drop Krillo. We're seeing Krillo on the Bebo. That is exciting.
Do you see Space Storm right now? Level 2 just demolishing Jang. Goodbye, my friend. What is a level to a Storm of Spades? Well played right there.
Absolutely massive. And check this out now. Okay, as the initial combat kind of slows down, still a lot of teams in Cold Fang, but everybody else slowly moving north. They're going to have their res options. I haven't seen any teams eliminated just yet, but it's like, okay, there's not a lot of resources in the south. There's limited camps, so I really like this. Moving on up to Prisma Falls. Let's take these camps. Looks like we have Hat going, oh, Lord Vader dropping 2, so I'm not sure what, but okay, fortunately they are in Kobas. They're going to be able to get their res off, and I like that. Some initial crazy action. All right, we're going to go north. We're going to clear these camps. And what is the... I can't see what the storm shift is for this game. We have glider fuel.
Okay. People are going to be in the skies for a while. Very bold of PSA to actually try to go up against Moonlit Battlegrounds, right? I'm sorry, the Apprentices. Just because you know that they're going to have the level advantage. They already had camps. They already have some books of knowledge. One person already does go down from PSA. Pamu trying to escape. Not going to do it. Do you chase the myth or do you let the myth live at the moment? Do you kind of mess up your tempo a little bit? I think they're going to stay. Improving. I don't know if you want to go there, my friend.
Well, I mean, it depends. Are there teammates here? Doesn't look like it. Having to run gliding over the abyss. Gonna be able to escape, kind of bonk their heads on the wall, but they saved their dash like they needed to. That almost looked like they were just kind of peeking their heads around a corner, be like, what's going on in here? Never mind, I can tell when I'm not wanted.
There's a party, right? Hello?
Sick invite. Oh, not my party.
I mean, the problem, look, okay, when you go in there wearing that type of outfit, I get it. Get him out the party.
This is a wholesome bloodbath, thank you very much. But I'm going to go back to one word you said right there, though, which was tempo. They didn't want to chase because they risk losing their tempo. If you spend too much time in the early game chasing that little rabbit that's trying to escape, all of a sudden you're not gearing up, you're not getting better powers. You might not, they're already level 6, but they might be missing on that additional experience down the road, because they want to chase somebody that is also likely to lead them into getting third-partied. So I respect the decision from NBA to take their 2 KP and say, awesome, this is going in the back pocket for later, and we're going to keep building ourselves up.
Absolutely. And speaking of gearing up, if my eyes do not deceive me, I believe it was Supervive Illuminati who did get 2 tier 5 gold armors. I thought we were zooming in on them. So good job on the server. I got baited.
Cameraman bias is real.
Yeah, so gold armors is just such a luxury to have. There's so many times you will live a bit longer than you're supposed to because of all that armor reduction. If I'm not mistaken, it's 35%.
35.
And right now we're gonna see if it helps them out. Going up against the Cheeseburger Conquerors.
Cheeseburger Conquerors our EU team. It's a lot of poke right now. Good shield by Aiden, though, to stop that B-bomb. And that's all these little pre-level 7 skirmishes are, is who can get the most poke on each other.
Yeah. And they're indeed poking away. One of the... I mean, they both have a healer, so it's not the end of the world. But, it's like Supervive Illuminati is going to win out at the end of the day. But honestly, there's nothing really to fight for unless one of them want the Masamune that's about to spawn. or the potential level 7. But other than that, I would just kind of leave and say, hey, this isn't a good fight. Let's get out of here.
If you notice, Aiden had no armor too.
Oh, no, Flick.
Oh, sorry. Well, they're fighting over one of the strongest powers right now, and TLD has a lot of positioning with that push out from Lemur. And look at this. Now you have Abador with the armor shredder on, and that armor shredder again might be a little overtuned right now because 2 of those arrows in your gold armor means nothing to them.
And they actually teleported it over, which is so clean, but we can talk about that later. SUPERVIVE Illuminati over here going up against the Cheeseburger Conquerors. Beautiful bomb is coming down from the balls. Is anybody going to grab the Masamune? Is it worth the risk? Apparently it is. Myth having such a strong item. You're getting speed, you're getting damage, you're getting Omni-Vamp, literally everything Myth wants, including cooldown reduction. Possibly one of the best hunters in the game to make use of that item.
That is one of those, like, it's the universal BIS item. It is good on every single person, and when you put it on somebody who hits as hard as Myth, that is a terrifying hunter, especially if people are expecting, like, okay, an arrow should hit this hard. Why am I so hurt from just 1? Why am I dead from 2 all of a sudden? Like, that is a huge advantage if they can hold on to it, because as we know, it counts like an exotic power. If you're knocked with that, you drop it.
Yeah, it's bad news, Bears, if that goes away, because your damage is cut in half almost because you will not have an item at all. Are we getting out? We are not hyped on the chase, and the squad is indeed eliminated a lot earlier than anything we saw in the game prior. But look, when hype smells blood, good luck escaping. And are we going to see someone else go down? Jang glides, gets through. Is anyone going to follow? Oh, they can't get in. They don't know why. Stay out the club.
That was tough, but a good escape. But look, SVI just continuing to steamroll. And now I'm going to go back to our EU team, the Cheeseburger Conquerors, CBC. They didn't have armor that entire time. And we talked about the 35% damage reduction that gold gives you. You have 0% if you have no armor, not even gray. And that's what their tank was stuck with that entire time. And who is this? Is that SMH? Looks like they're as well down to 1.
What is TLD doing? The last time they used that teleporter was to get the armor boss, the armor shredder boss. What are they scheming now?
Okay, Lemur needs a good 2-way teleporter clip. If you didn't see in some scrims this week, it was such a good final fight. Final 3 teams scrapping, going at it. It was TLD's game to lose. They got jumped on by both teams, and Lemur had the 2-way TP ready, pulled the trigger, and he teleported the heart, but it teleported higher than he was expecting, and he eliminated TLD. So that clip is on Zodag. That clip has been shared everywhere. And look at the hook into a Tonk.
Krillo is a monster on this Bebo and gets another one. Was that 2 dropped by Krillo alone? Wow.
I am, therefore I Tonk. Krillo with the Bebo representation. Thank you. You're not the only one who can drive this Tonk, as he drove 2 of them into the ground with great Abyss play. And I love the hook into the Tonk, so he's not losing as much height as the Kingpin was right there. And he was able to... Oh, what a kidnap!
No, a kid? Oh, no. And who got it?
SVI?
They stole it? The Illuminati did it? And they're winning the fight now. Phenom possibly going to go down, but that shield is broken on the oath. Goodbye, my friend. Well played by Phenom. Thank you. Looking to help out a friend. Puts that bomb on. The rest is going to happen, but 10. They see it opening. Abador going to try to escape. Not going to do it. And oh, an armor shredder and a gold armor for your troubles. Talk about 10 being in the right place at the right time.
That was, I would say, our 2 that we've been able to see, our 2 strongest teams in the lobby ran into each other early on between SVI and TLD. They had the gear, they had the armor, they had the run me down mentality. They ran into each other and went 1 for 1 and decided, let's get out. But I think it was because SVI saw 10 on the edge. It was like, we don't want this with just 2. But the fact that they were able to almost knock down TLD is stellar and really going to say a lot as we approach like later on in this game.
Definitely is. Oh, and you tried to escape, not able to do it. Still 11 teams. Unfortunately, the apprentices are going to have to bring one of their friends back up. Pamu trying to escape from SUPERVIVE. Illuminati. Everyone making their way to the left, but there's still one more team north of you. Game Center can breathe for the moment. But you know who cannot? Hat. And goodbye, you're going down. Love to see the explosion. Jewel is jeweling. We see the lightning striking everywhere. Going to heal at the moment. Dylan right there to help out and has that armor shredder. Big magical things can happen soon as Krillo just hides and tries to be that cute little Bebo that everyone forgets about.
Look at that Fate Rewinder sitting there on the ground. Now, I really like that from Lord Vader, but unfortunately, Carbine only has so many shots, and he had to disperse them between two different people. And, oh, Lemur gets a gold for their troubles. That is actually really, really good for him to get them back in the game. But yeah, Carbine just doesn't have the shot out. But, and oh no! Nidhogg with the clutch boombox play, but he was frames too late with it. As all of a sudden, Pine is able to get the knock right there.
Sometimes you try to be frame perfect, but that ping is just 1 millisecond off, and things like that can happen. Oh.
SUPERVIVE land win? Oh, they found Krillo and they found improving. We have two teams dropped within a 1/10 of a second from each other.
We do. What can 10 do right now? They're trying to take the fight to Moonlit Battlegrounds. The champions of game number 1 gets that off, but misses everything. Spade Storm with the fancy feet. Right now, that Bebo Boombox keeping you safe. Going to escape. Shriko Jordan. Beautiful movement right there. Starts the kiting, but runs into someone else and goes down.
What a hook!
What?
That was insane! Huge hook comes in.
Another stun? Starflash looking fantastic at the moment. Everyone poking away, but no major damage happening. But Pamu saying, you know what? I can change that. Tries to get some meaningful damage, not able to do it, and 10 runs into yet another team over there as Cat is lying in wait.
Look at Dylan's footwork right there, too, as he dodged every shot at the end. That was masterclass while waiting on the cooldowns, waiting to escape. And Phenom wants the action against Encore, wants the smoke, starts the fire, but thank you is right there saying we weren't finished.
What? Just catch right there by thank you. I thought we were going to see a one-shot. Did not happen, but the damage may still be done. The last door, Abador, you are still here? You're still alive? Oh, no. Sorry, Orchard. You're going down. Was that the last person? It was. Encore, sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. But look, TLD able to escape narrowly with their lives, ran back into Encore, but SVI is the one who gets the KP. And that has been the story of this game, is TLD and SVI. And you love to see it, but look at this. 10 continuing on. Nidhogg, they were able to get the res off. He's got some green armor. They have some good equipment, but now they're caught. Oh, Kenneth misses the exit.
He tried to get there, but well played right there by the Oath. He's saying, you know what? You don't get to go there if I slam you into a wall and you're stunned. Good prediction, good execution. Love to see plays like that. But what are the Apprentices going to do right now? Hog is right there. They're healing up. They're looking great. SUPERVIVE Illuminati wanting a piece of the action as well. If they all get wind that Moonlit Battleground Apprentices are by themselves, have no exit, and can be third party, they might just collapse. But no one wanting to commit at the moment. But as we look to the northwest, there's a couple commitments going on right there. And one of them might be Height going straight down, but no, Height escapes. And 10 trying to get out on the side, but just everyone is there. Everyone's ready. And I imagine Mapokin's going to have him in the last door soon enough.
Did you see what happened, though? Somebody teleported the heart, and we missed it. But Cat got eliminated. They finished their food, and Cat is out in 9th, which I think only nets them 1 or 2 points total, minus whatever KP they got for this round. So, look, Moonlit Battleground in the north. One of the exits slightly covered by a heart. And 10 is having to face down. TLD in the front, Moonlit Battlegrounds in the back. That is not what you want or where you want to be.
Yeah, the last door, interesting positioning right there. I'm a fan of having as much real estate to work with as possible. I would think they'd want to try to get over to the right, get that storm away from them. But they're in there for a reason. I'm talking about it for another one.
Those who can do and those who cannot cast. Fist bump. No, I like actually that they're kind of holding the spot on the end. because you know what's behind you. It is the storm and nothing else. So now they're just kind of like vying and waiting for those spots. And I like this poke coming out from Thank You. That B-bomb, despite the nerf, can still hurt a lot. And look at this, Herd is on the run.
Yeah. Good luck, Herd. These are not canines trying to force you into a certain spot, but you're not going where you want to go, that's for sure. Unless you were trying to go straight down, because everyone smells blood, but Herd might actually escape. Pamu, though, it's another story for you, my friend. I lied, and somehow you're out of there, and Starflash might be able to help you. Starflash, what can you do? Good slam. Good hit. One more hit, able to get the kill, not able to do it quite yet, and your friend Pamu goes down. Good luck, Starflash, as you're the final one on your team, and you were the last one to witness the world, and you can tell all your friends back home.
10 decides to dive in against TLD. Look, TLD, they need to move south. They need to get out of there. And saved by the third party, SVI says TLD, they are ours. We are the ones coming after them. But that is actually like a common trend in these, is when it's easy for a team to be eliminated. They've lost the 1v1. They're down to one person. A third-party savior comes in like an angel from above. And all of a sudden, you can't chase the one because you're getting attacked. And that seems to be what happened right there. So SVI, kind of a saving grace for that team. And look at this poke going on. Lots of poke from Soros, lots of poke from the Myth with that team comp, and I'd love to see it from Hogs.
And shout outs to Stevenator going Soros. You know, not a hunter you see too often, let alone in, you know, a competitive environment like this, but Stevenator saying, hey, I want to play him, I think he's good, and making it work.
Yeah, it's mostly like Sprokane, who's on our EU team. I've seen Sprokane use Soros a lot, and then Lods on occasion, but look at this action going on as Moonlit Battlegrounds, our second place team. Two of them are just down.
Oh, speaking of two, all of them. Beautiful stuff. Jane still poking away right there. Shriko Jordan tried to help with an ultimate. That second wind coming in from Zeph kind of alleviated a bit of that pressure that was happening to his teammates, so good stuff right there. But there's only two of you guys alive right now. The last door, where are we going this time? With the wild teleporter ride.
So I really like that Moonlit Battlegrounds were the ones to finish off, get that last hit on Moonlit Battlegrounds Academy. It kind of reminded me of like some old Dragon Ball Z, like Nappa reaching to Vegeta, like, please help me. Nope, thrown into the sky, blown up. You weren't worthy. Like, just thank you for the KP. Your donation will not be forgotten. And we're down to 5, and TLD, the storm is going to be moving towards them. So TLD and 10 having to poke, but it kind of like, I don't see them really diving on each other unless they spot a really good opening. Because look, they have the room to move south. It's the onus is on the other teams for how are they going to shift, shuffle, and slide their way into the new storm circle.
Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Really concerned with the teams on the right side that could potentially get pincered, but maybe I should be concerned right now with the last door. Because 10, they're hitting so many hits. TNN, oh, good bump, but not able to get into the storm. Very close. But 10 is just full committing. Got the ultimate, but does go down a little overzealous right there. And your teammates look like they might follow. Hopefully you didn't just lead them into death. Great ultimate right there coming in from RTX, but no way you're getting out of this alive. RTX is down. One more member from 10 remaining. Oh, but getting a res off.
Oh, Dylan, huge res. It's no KP, but look, it's like we talked about. They just, all they had to do was poke, but they saw an opening and they missed the fact that Lemur was right there behind the wall. And now Lemur turns his attention towards Hogs. Or sorry, Abador does.
Yeah, and it's just an all-out war right now. Height goes in for a sneak peek, tries to get a little bit of a poke, finds nothing good though. Moonlit Battlegrounds just kind of in this little corner up there in the top left, and oh no! Another one bites the dust as 10 is finally eliminated. We have our 4. We have the Avatar, the Fire Nation, the Water Nation, the Earth, and the Air. Who's gonna come out on top?
Okay, this was big. Moonlit Battlegrounds. Oh, Hogs out fourth again, and Moonlit Battlegrounds able to repair their armors. Only Height had it, so they're getting chipped, but they have that damage reduction right now that TLD Phenom was able to get. Phenom decides he wants to go in.
Yeah, he does. That anti-mobility field, though, is just going to make it so difficult for anyone trying to traverse that area. They don't see Lemur! Lemur, the hidden assassin, comes out at a moment's notice, and Trico Jordan was not ready for it. Goodbye, my friend. And there's a Guardian Archangel, which is going to be huge later. Spadestorm, good luck. You have the crown, but what can you do with it? I'm praying for you. I'm hoping for the best. Hopefully no one looks at you. Spadestorm is looking, trying to find it, and I gotta imagine Lemur's about to take you out, and you are gone. We only have 2 teams remaining right now. Thank you, super low at the moment. Thank you is indeed trying to heal up. Not sure how you're gonna do it. Phenom's on the chase, relentless at that. Brings him right back in with the flame shield, and it looks like the last door are just trampling over everything right now. I see you, monster, but unfortunately we looked under the bed and you were not real. Kudos to the last door taking game number 2.
Yes, I told you, I called it. This game was the story of 2 teams, and everybody else was just the side supporting characters.